Hey everyone, Sandman here, and this video is coming by request from someone on Instagram, and they wanted to see my guitar collection because in a lot of videos you will see them hanging in the background and people are always asking about them, and I thought I would take you through my collection from my very first one up until my most recent one and give you a bit of story and a bit of backstory and history on them. So this first guitar is an interesting one. People probably know that I started off playing drums, and I think it was about three years into playing drums. As many new musicians and stuff do, you think, I want to learn more, I want to learn to play this. So I ended up getting this guitar off of my mum's friend's son, and he wasn't using it anymore, so I thought, what better way to start learning guitar? This was the first guitar I got. And funny thing is, this is actually a right-handed guitar, but I'm left-handed, and I didn't know that guitars came in left-handed and right-handed versions. So sitting playing the guitar like this to me, for whatever reason, just felt weird. So I undone all of the strings, restringed it back so I could play this way, and put little white fret markers on there myself with stickers. Probably very out of tune. Not as bad as I thought it would be, considering it's been sitting up in the loft for God knows how many years untouched. Epiphone's C40 guitar, and headstock is absolutely massive and the action on it is crazy. But yeah, it's just funny the way that it all started. I was a massive rock fan, rock music, metal music. When I was getting into music, that was my thing, and you don't hear many acoustic guitars on rock and metal tracks. So the next thing I wanted to do was get my first electric guitar. This is my very first electric guitar, Rockburn. I got this in Argos for about 130 quid, and it came with a tiny amp and a gig bag on it. Let's give it the G chord test. Alright, okay. Yeah. This was my entry into electric guitars. Now you're probably thinking, I've got an acoustic guitar, I've got an electric guitar, that's it, you're going to stop there, aren't you? You only need one of each guitar. Try telling any guitar player that, and it happened to me as well. You get looking online and you start seeing different guitars, different finishes and that, and this is when I got this one. And the finish on this is beautiful. This is a Schecter, can't really see it there, there we go. This is a Schecter model guitar. Just everything about this guitar is beautiful. Funnily though, this wasn't the actual guitar that I wanted, as weird as that sounds. I was looking online on the Schecter website and I saw this guitar, but it had like a smoky white finish on it, and that was the one that I wanted, and went to my local music store and they didn't have it in there, but a guy down there ordered it specially for me, and so I was waiting. I think I ended up waiting about 3 months for this guitar to come, and ended up getting the call, guitars in, so I thought, yeah, nice. Go down to the shop, open the case, it's not the white one, it's this one right here, which I was confused at first, but I just thought, you know what, I've waited so long to get this guitar, I don't really want to wait another 3 months for it to be sent off and all that return, and then come back and try and get the white one and hope that it's the right colour again. I wanted a proper left-handed guitar, a really nice acoustic guitar, and this is when this one came into the mix. Let's open this one up. This is my Fender acoustic. Yeah, I still play this acoustic guitar today. I try and switch between getting a mixture of electric and acoustic into my practice, just because of the different feels and stuff. I know people say that it's a lot harder to play the acoustic guitar just because you do need to press down on the strings a little bit more, and the vibrato and hammer-ons and stuff like that. It's so different. You know, I just play this. Sometimes it's just nice change of pace to play some acoustic music, and gives you a different feel. Call it whatever you want to call it, but I think there's something different feeling about an acoustic guitar than an electric guitar. An acoustic guitar feels a little bit more personal. For me, there's something about taking this bit of wood here and being able to make music with it is just mind-boggling to me and so special. I also picked up this bass guitar, and this is just another Argos bass with the small lamp and the gig bag for about 100 quid. I'm a guitar player that plays bass, if that makes sense. I'm not a bass player by any stretch, but you will hear me playing this exact bass on songs like Leave that I released a few years ago. And you know what? It done its job. It sounds good on the song, and for 100 quid bass to sound good on a song like that, you know, I'll take it, it's fine. This is the guitar that I play pretty much every day. It is 100% my most used guitar, and you know what? It's an amazing guitar. This is my PRS guitar. I play pretty much every day. This is the main one that I use if I'm recording. Actually no, it's the only guitar that I use on the songs that you'll hear guitar on. And this was the guitar where I've spent the most hours just learning and trying to understand how to make this thing sound as good as it can. This guitar was special for me in a way that before buying this one, I'd semi-given up playing guitar. You know, it just wasn't clicking for me. I wasn't able to pick it up as quickly that I did with the drums and other stuff. And it wasn't until I saw Slash playing and started listening to bands like Guns N' Roses and hearing that it inspired me again to start playing guitar again. I went and got this with my newfound enthusiasm and drive to get better. Slowly realised that, you know, just because you've got a nice guitar doesn't mean that you're going to be able to make it sound nice. You know, I've still got a hell of a long way to go. I still don't feel like I'm anywhere where I want to be, but I'm going to keep learning, and this guitar will have a very big part of it. Now on to the final guitar. This one is my favourite one by a mile. This was one of them dream guitars that I wanted. As I said, I was a huge fan of Slash, and when I saw this online, it just became something that I fixated on, and I would see him play live with this guitar in this finish, and I just thought it was the craziest looking guitar I've ever seen. So this is said guitar. Now this is the Gibson Les Paul, the Slash signature Appetite Burst. As you can see on the back of the neck there, you got Slash's logo. Just everything about this guitar looks amazing, and the finish, what can be said about this guitar? You know, it's got such an iconic sound, and it was a staple of that rock sound for me, and that grit and the style that Slash brought. This guitar just embodied everything. The reason that I don't use this guitar for all my recordings and I use the PRS is because I keep this guitar in the Slash, the Guns N' Roses tuning, which is E flat. And so if I ever want to practice some Guns N' Roses songs, or if I'm not recording anything and I just want to mess around and play some stuff, I'll use this guitar because it just sounds amazing. And yeah, this is my favourite guitar 100%, and every time I do look at it, I mean, look at it now, it just looks it just looks so crazy. They are all the guitars that I have currently. Maybe there'll be new additions in the future. We'll see if I end up doing an updated video in a few years' time. Thank you for watching this video. If you do have any other video suggestions, please make sure to either message me on Instagram or leave a comment down below. I make sure to read and respond to them all. So I'm always looking for new ideas and to see what you guys want to see. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day.